You have to remember that Donald Trump is in the WWE Hall of Fame. After 2003, he's playing Vince McMahon from the late 90s, the corrupt oligarch that is doing everything from building a statue. Only in Vince's case, he gave himself the heavyweight championship belt that these guys sweat blood and tears for. He gave his daughter the women's championship and it's no accident where Linda McMahon is right now, if you want to play that game. So when you understand that the psychology is wrestling and it's absurdism, it's absurdity. Like, we have such valor in these beautiful spokespeople for the blue, the DNC, the Democrats, the liberal, the woke. We get so passionate about hoping we can turn somebody that's a clown, that they're doing absurdity to us. Trump is the ultimate absurd bad guy here wrestler. And when you realize that, then you do what they do in judo. You reverse the energies back onto them. You give them more absurdism and bullshit until Fox News has nothing to cover but llamas getting maced out in front with golden doodles with a bunch of people selling balloons and playing mini golf, that it looks so absurd to the working class and the people out there that they're like, that actually looks like a rave. I think I'm going to join in on that.
And I love that. But that is what I love the most about the way that Portland has decided to come at this mess, right? Because there's so much terror around the country. But to your point, every single one of these encounters, the most terrifying ones especially, are all being filmed, not just by the victims or by witnesses, but by Homeland Security. They actually have a camera guy with them, and they're filming it on purpose, and they're putting out these videos that remind me of what ISIS used to do. They used to put these sort of like glamorized videos on Twitter. And so they're making content. And to your point, they're doing this because it's like an episode of Cops. Like, they want you to see it. But now what Portland has made them do is, okay, you can see, we'll let you watch us let us get brutalized. This is what the civil rights movement is. You can brutalize us, but we're going to be in a suit and tie and our Sunday best. So they're going to watch you beat up church kids. What the Portland people have done is adapted that theory and said, all right, go ahead and mace this frog. Go ahead and mace this alligator. You look stupid. And I think it's brilliant.
You've absolutely nailed it. And as a big fan of peaceful assembly, Martin Luther King, Gandhi, and what we're doing is adding a performance art absurdism edge to it, which forces anybody coming from hate, coming from rage, coming from that opposite end to suppress, to look so ridiculous in the suppression when they get aggressive about it that it can't help but make art that once again influences the world. And that's the romantic side about this country, that when Kennedy got his head blown off, 50,000 people over in Vietnam losing their lives every night on the news and stuff, it's so depressing and everything. People wanted to escape, especially our youth. And they wanted to tune in, turn on, and drop out, just like Timothy Leary said. And where did they go? They went to California. They went to San Francisco. And it's no mistake about it. San Francisco was feeding 50,000 people a day at Golden Gate Park. They had the first Doctors Without Borders. Monterey, which happened in 1967, was an extension of just attracting people to that movement. It wasn't just to have a concert randomly. It was put together by the people that were involved, from the diggers, the people who were making everything happen at Golden Gate Park every day. And that's why you have all of a sudden Jimi Hendrix, The Who, Otis Redding, Jefferson Airplane, the Mamas and the Papas. When you empower the counterculture of this country at the right time, and you empower their art, whether it's a frog being pepper sprayed inside the fan hole, Nazis, you know? And when you understand that, that's why you wear the big maxi pad bandage in honor of pumpkin spice Satan. Because, you know, I'll just say one thing, man. They did a lot of blading in wrestling, and that's one of the things they're best at, man. Having a little tiny razor blade in their wristbands, wrestling, they know the right color of blood if they're faking it. They know the real color and where to cut. None of that's accidental. WWE Hall of Famer 2003, Donald Trump.
You know, it's so interesting that he's really upset about this Time cover. But one of the things that I noticed about the Time cover is, where's the ear injury? Like, not even a scratch. I mean, I guess you could say maybe Time decided they wanted to edit it out. But it is weird, right?
An AR-15. And when you start getting into 1 in a million sort of It's ugly, but it came at a time where Kamala had just come in, and there was that big wave of hope and excitement, and that's what we're trying to get at. Not just on the left, but the working class people. We have been battling and playing defense for a whole freaking so long, man, that we're looking for progression. We're looking for a reason to believe again. You know, that magic of Obama, that magic of Kennedy, that magic, oh my God, that the dreamers and the people that still have the passion in their heart to not just do what it takes to make just a living, but to move this country forward. And, you
Yeah.
know, I think they will do anything on the other end to suppress that from truly happening. You know, unfortunately, what happened to the Kennedys, Martin Luther King, and all those people in these, what are the effing odds? And if it's only one person or a theory and stuff, then why is everybody suppressing it afterwards and hiding away and denying everything? If they know
Yeah.
what the truth is, you would be out there, no, this guy actually did it. We'll give you all the files and we'll show you every camera angle. But that's what they do on the dark side. But on the light side, man, we can bring our hearts. We can bring art. We can remind the boomers that when they go to one of these No Kings rallies, it's going to be the Grateful Dead parking lot. There's going to be people in animal outfits having a good time, pride, trans, dreamers, woke, blue collar, white collar, MAGA. People can all get down with the fact that we have a $7.25 national minimum wage. Let's just detach ourselves from the messed up immigration program, and let's just detach ourselves from trans and realize we still have these guys pillaging the coffers. It's a sleight of hand for the Christian nationalists. They get them to bust up brown people, while on the other end, they put the richest guy in the world in charge of the economy. They're pillaging his damn crypto coin he's putting out. This stupid statue, he's throwing it in their faces. And meanwhile, the nationalists get what they want. Hey, you know, at least you get a cookie because you're not the brown people. So watch them. It's going to be your entertainment every night, while wrestling isn't doing it good enough for you to watch and be like, oh, look at these people. I got to vote for Trump again. This is great.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that one trying to fight. Oh, he's a fighter. You know, and that's the thing. It's like the end of Rome times, where to entertain the peasants, they're doing the gladiatorial with the slaves and shit, killing each other and stuff. And that's what's happening right now. And if we can't figure out a way, once again, not just the common working people, not just the wastoids or the dreamers, MAGA woke, if we can't find a way to come together while this takeover and pillaging of our pillars of this country is taking place, then you know what? It's only going to get uglier, because we know it is ugly right now. So we're doing everything we can in Portland. I was in Broadview, Illinois last week. You know, I was in D.C. before that, Tampa. And, you know, whatever happens, happens, man, to me, in terms of, like, if these people are brave enough to come out on the other side and be their absurd shit clown selves, then I'm not afraid to get out there. And no matter what happens, happens. At least I know that I know the people who were there at pretty much end times, whether it was this homeless woman, whether it was this trans person that just wants to throw on a mascot outfit and fight with whatever is left and stuff. I know who's on the front line on those days, you know, those final days and stuff. So it doesn't, you know, it's all good to me, man.
Love it. I love the fact that you are so history grounded. Like this is music to my ears. Am I correct in understanding that you are going to file a lawsuit against ICE for what they did to you?
Absolutely. There's too much evidence, because once again, on the other end, if they're plotting and planning to do such dark shit, why aren't we on the right end plotting and planning to have several shooters there on my end? So we can see the guys smiling when they're teeing off on me on the roofs. So we can see me covered. So I have to put it in evidence bags, because it's military grade toxic stuff. I can't take it out. I tried to on the airport, like in the plane, grabbed my battery, and several people started coughing. I'm like, oh, my head. And it's just ridiculous. So I've gone in touch. Rolling Stone released a wonderful article about the whole escapade today. And a lot of lawyers are coming out, some amazing people, because we want to stick it to them. Because once again, when you're looking at it through the absurdism eye, that Trump knows exactly what the heck he's doing, man. He's trolling us. He wants you to see that damn statue. He wants $180 million for the parade. Reid. If he's going to rub your face and shit over and over, and we're still going to try to do valor and hey, we're going to change these people because we're on the right side of history, I say I get as absurd and dirty back at them and stuff. And that's what I'm doing. I will sue them for millions. I'll tell them to wear nice suits in courts because we're about to reveal ICE's identities. And I'll go there every day with my dream team of OJ lawyers or whatnot. I'll get whatever is on the left side of history to come in on this, man. And I'll be happy to make speeches after every day and stuff. And I'll be happy to do everything it takes, man, because as much as they're doing detaining 13-year-olds to just troll us, break our backs, they want us to tap out. They want us to see the horrificness on TV every night and be like, there's no use anymore, man. I'm just going to hide on Facebook and sign an online petition. I'm too afraid to go to the protests. I say this is the perfect time to make the new Coachella for liberals and dreamers.
Amen. Amen. I love this.